Welcome back to Radio Shack. Hasbro is back at it again. And if you remember back in February at the Toy Fair, we released new toys for the year. We got some big news about Power Rangers. We got the new logo for next year and years to come. We found out that Saban Brands has extended their partnership with Nickelodeon for the next 3 years. We found out the new season of Power Rangers, the 26th season, is going to be the adaptation of the Super Sentai series Go Busters. Going to be called Power Rangers Beast Morphers, and we found out that Hasbro bought the toy license for Power Rangers after the 25 years of a partnership with Bandai. Now that was a lot of news just for one big event, and Hasbro buying the toy licenses is one huge thing in general because Hasbro is a big toy company in general for toys and games, and now that they own the toy rights for Power Rangers, that's a huge thing. It's big IP for them because Power Rangers really does sell toys. And you know, we already know that Hasbro has Transformers, G.I. Joe, My Little Pony and all that stuff, and a whole bunch of board games, and they even do the Marvel Legend figures, which I think are great action figures, and I think they can do a lot with what they do with those with Power Rangers. I mean, I even just recently got the Black Panther one recently, and it looks really good. I hope we can get something like this with Power Rangers. Now when that news was released, I know a lot of us were thinking in the back of our heads, like, could that be the first step of Hasbro buying the whole Power Rangers franchise? And then lo and behold, May 1st, 2018, Hasbro has officially bought the Power Ranger franchise for $522 million.
Say what?
You gotta make an ugly face when you say it too. $522 million. Which is crazy because back in 2010, Saban bought the rights back from Disney for $100 million, and that's a huge difference. In the article, it did say that Saban Brands would still be staying on as advisors for Hasbro moving forward, and that's a good thing. You still want someone who knows the core elements of Power Rangers and who knows the brand, like Saban. And it did also say that Hasbro wants to bring Power Rangers to its full potential, which is good because I think there's so much potential in Hasbro buying the rights to the franchise. A lot of potential. But then not only that, you gotta believe that Hasbro is looking for a new IP. You know, especially with Toys R Us closing in the United States, and that was a big toy selling store. And you need something else. You need a new IP. And I think Power Ranger also needs some new blood running through it. So I think they need each other. You know, and I think this works out great for both of them. And I think about Power Rangers, they're doing really good right now, especially in the comic books with Shattered Grid going on right now, really good. And Hyperforce was a huge surprise, and they're always going to be big in toy sales because that's what Power Rangers is for. It's to sell toys. But one thing it's lacking is in the television. Now in this Neo Saban era, ever since Saban brought the rights back from Disney, the show hasn't been really great. I mean, the first season of Dino Charge aside, these past 8 seasons have not been on the level of previous seasons. I mean, we were at an all-time high with RPM, and we've just been in this kind of rut ever since. And hopefully with this, I mean, there's a lot of potential. There's a whole bunch of potential with the next season in general with that synopsis for Beast Morphers. And with Hasbro, I think breathing new blood, new life into Power Rangers, this could be a great thing. And also, I mean, that even makes me wonder if this has been being talked about behind the scenes this whole time leading up to this, especially with leading into Beast Morphers. Could this be a change for the franchise? But that also makes me wonder, will the Nickelodeon extension still stand even though Hasbro has brought the rights to the franchise? I don't know, I have to check it out. But hopefully Hasbro buying the rights will breathe new life into the show because we desperately need it right now. I'm saying as a Power Ranger fan that these past 8 seasons have not been cutting it. And then that also makes you think about the movies. Could Hasbro buying the franchise mean we can possibly get that Power Rangers movie sequel. Now, I know, look, I get it. The Transformers film series and the G.I. Joe film series have not been great. They've actually been going downhill. I mean, well, Transformers is still popular overseas, but, you know, it hasn't been great, but they do great television-wise. And hopefully that, you know, transfers to the Power Rangers TV side. But could this mean a potential sequel is coming for the Power Rangers movie? Now, I know there's not a lot of big fans out there of the Power Rangers movie, but I think that was a great iteration, a great reintroduction for the mainstream audience to Power Rangers, especially for those who weren't Power Rangers fans in general. I just really hope we can get another sequel, because I think it calls for one, even though it wasn't that big at the box office. Having new life breathed in the Power Rangers and having Power Rangers a part of Hasbro is a win-win for both brands, you know. But I can't wait to see how this goes. I believe that the deal is actually supposed to close at the end of the second quarter of this year, which is, I believe, next month. So that'll be happening pretty soon. I mean, that could be why a lot of things have been going on with the new season. Talking about getting new producers and all that stuff. I don't know, man. This could be it. This could be the game changer we've been looking for. But what do you think of Hasbro buying the rights to the Power Rangers franchise? Comment below and let's get a conversation going. I know my mind is still trying to process this. My mind's like blown right now. I'm trying to put the pieces back together. I mean, especially after Infinity War right now. But but as always, if you enjoy my thoughts, make sure you like, subscribe, especially for more news on Power Rangers and Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My last video being linked down below. Until my next video, I will see you later.